Hello friends, welcome back to the new video, and in this video we are going to quickly talk about the viruses, viroids, prions and the lichens. Okay, so first we will start with the viruses. Okay, so what is the definition of the viruses? What is viruses? So they are acellular. Okay, they are non-living. Okay, and they are infectious agent. So if they are non-living students, then how they can infect the agents, how they can be infectious agents, because they can only exhibit the living like characteristic, or they can reproduce if they are present into a host cell. Okay, so this is the definition of the viruses. The viruses are defined as the acellular non-living infectious agent, okay, that can only reproduce within a host cell. Okay, so if we talk about the structure of the viruses, then it consists of basically three layers. Okay, so it includes the capsid. Okay, then there is the genetic material is present. Okay, and it has the envelope also. Okay, okay, so what is capsid? Capsid is the protein code. Okay, so what the protein coat will do, this protein coat is surrounding the genetic material. Okay, so the genetic material of the virus, it can be either the DNA or it can be the RNA. Okay, and the envelope is present in the some viruses. Okay, so what is the envelope? It's a lipid layer. Okay, that will surround the capsid. Okay, so I it is very important, student, to know about the characteristics, okay, of the viruses. So the first one I already told you that they are non-living. Okay, if they are outside the okay, a host, but if inside host, they will act as living. Okay, being, and they can reproduce. Okay, and they are the obligate parasite. Obligate parasite means they are depending on the host cell for their reproduction, so they are the obligate parasites. Okay, so they need the host cell, okay student, for their replication. And the another important point about them is that they are the disease causative. Okay, and they can cause the disease in the plants, animal, as well as the human being. Okay, so the example includes the in the case of human, the example includes, okay, the AIDS. So this has been the AIDS is caused by the human immunovirus. Okay, and if we are talking about the plant, then there is a virus, that is a tobacco mosaic virus. Okay, so this will infect the plant. Okay, the plant tobacco. So let's just quickly talk about the how it is causing the disease. Okay, so it has the disease causing ability. It has the like two cycles. Okay, the first cycle is the lytic cycle. So in the lytic cycle, what will happen? The virus will destroy the host cell. Okay, and after the destruction, then there is the lysogenic cycle. So what will happen in the lysogenic cycle? The virus, it will integrate into DNA of the host cell. Okay, and it stays dormant there until it can just multiply. Okay, and what is the importance of these viruses? They can be used in the okay medical research, like for production, like uses is in the medical research, like for the production of the vaccine. Okay, so the non-virulent one, okay, they can be administered into the human being or the animal species, okay, as a vaccine, and they are also used for the gene therapy. Okay, so this is all about the viruses you need to know, okay, in your this syllabus. Now quickly let's come to the viroids. Okay, so viroids, first of all we will again learn the definition. Okay, so the viruses, they are the small infectious, okay, RNA particles, okay, that lack the protein code. Okay. So if somebody asks you what is the definition or define the viroids, then you have to write these are the small infectious RNA particle, okay, that lacks the protein coat. Now we will talk about the structure, okay, as we in the case of viruses we studied. So the viroids, okay, they consist of the circular RNA molecule, okay. The genetic material is the circular RNA molecule, and the viruses, they exhibit the capsid and the envelope. However, the viroids, they lack the capsid, okay, as well as envelope, okay. If we talk about the general characteristics, okay, of the viroids, then they are infectious agents, okay, and these chiefly targets the plant species, okay. And how they differ from the virus, that they are much smaller than virus, okay, much smaller than viruses, okay. So the example includes the potato, spindle tuber viroid, okay. So this will cause the stunted growth and malformation in the potato plant, okay. So the name itself indicate that this viroid will affect the potato, okay. And what it will lead to, stunted growth. It means stunted growth, it means the lesser growth, okay. The height will of the plant will be shortened, okay. It will attack the growth mechanism, okay. And there is a malformation also. Malformation means the one or the particular other organ, if they are not properly formed, okay. So if we talk about the replication method, we know that student, that the virus, it will just integrate into the host chromosome, okay. For their replication it needs, okay. And the viroids, it will replicate within the nucleus of infected cell, okay. Okay, so this is all we studied about the viroids, and these are the points that we studied about the viruses. Now let's come to the prions, okay. So first again we will learn about the definition of the prions. So they are the infectious protein, okay. Okay, they are the infectious protein particles that causes, that causes the abnormal protein folding, okay. So it will cause the abnormal protein folding in the brain. So the normal protein folding is very much required for the protein activity, okay. So if there is an abnormality, then it will lead to diseases, okay. So if we talk about the structure of the prions, then we know that it will cause the misfolded protein, okay, because they are the protein particles only, and there is no genetic material, okay. We are talking about the proteins, okay, here. Now if we talk about the characteristics, then prions, so it will affect the animal, okay. And since it is leading to the abnormal protein folding in the brain, so it will lead to the neuro degenerate disease, okay, in the animal, okay, infected or affected animal, neurodegenerative disease, okay. So the example include in the animal, the example include mad cow disease, okay. Now, why they are important? Because the prions, they are very important for the study of the protein folding mechanism. Okay, and okay, since they are associated with the fetal condition, so it is very important to understand the protein folding mechanism. Okay, so they serve as a system for studying the protein folding mechanism. Okay, wow. Now let's learn about the lichens. Okay, this is the right spelling. I forgot to write the H here. Okay, so the right spelling is Lichens. Okay, lichens. So let's talk about the definition about the lichens. So lichens, they are the symbiotic association. Okay, between fungi and algae. Okay, so symbiotic means in the this kind of association, the both the parties, the first party is the fungi and the second party is the algae, they are in, you know, benefits. So neither like parasitic is the one where one of them is suffering and other is the one that is getting benefited. But in the symbiotic association, both the fungi and the algae or both the species, they will have the win-win situation that both of them will have the benefits. Okay, now let's talk about quickly about their structure. Okay, so if we talk about the structure of the lichens, then I already told you that they are the two participating organisms. Okay, the first one is the algae and the second one is the fungi, or the vice versa. Okay, so the what fungus will do, it will provide the protection. Okay, and absorb water and nutrient. Okay, whereas the algae, okay, it will carry out the photosynthesis as it has the chlorophyll. Okay, and it will since it has the, it will provide it will conduct the photosynthesis, it will provide a food to the fungus. Okay, so fungus, it will provide the protection and the algae will provide the food to the fungus. Okay, so there are three different kinds of the lichens. Okay, the first one is the crustose. Okay, the second one is the foliose, and the third one is the fruticose. Okay, so the crustose, they are the flat or crust like. Okay, foliage, they are leaf like. Okay, and the fruticose, they are shrub like. Okay, lichens. So the characteristic, if we talk about the characteristics of the lichen, then okay, they will grow in the diverse environment. Okay, so they will exhibit the diverse habitat. Okay, they will grow in different kind of environment. They can be found in the like rocks also, they can be found in the tree bark also. Okay, but these are sensitive to air pollution. Okay, so the since it is student very sensitive to the air pollution, it is used as an indicator for air quality. Okay, so because of this, it is used as indicator of air quality. Okay, and if you talk about the uses, I already told you that the lichens, they are used due to their sensitivity, they are used as an indicator of air quality, and beside that, it will used for the production of the dyes, medicines. Okay, and the third one is the indicator of the air quality. Okay, so this is all about the viruses, viroids, prions and lichens you need to know for your class 11 syllabus. Thank you for watching the video.